Hey guys, it's Anamaria. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if you can hear Gino, which is my boyfriend, in the background. He's actually playing video games right now. So anyways, today, as you can tell by the title, I have a full face makeup tutorial for you guys using entirely drugstore products, which I'm personally very excited for because I feel like drugstore products are just sometimes just as good as high-end products, sometimes even better. You may be surprised. So I gathered up all my stuff, and it's kind of something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So today I'm extra excited because I have some extra light. Before, let me show you what my videos would record as before. That's what it would look like. My parents actually, my parents actually got me a mirror that kind of has a ring light around it. I still need to invest in some lights and like better quality stuff, but for now this is perfect. The way that my living situation, I'm staying at my brother's house right now, the way that that's all working out, there's no room in this specific room to have like all my stuff in it on top of lights, camera stands, this and that and this and that. So I'm very excited and thankful that my parents got me this because it helps. Like, as you guys can tell, like, it helps a lot. So again, I'm very thankful. So anyways, I'm done rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. So first, I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. hydrating primer. I do have dry skin normally, and with the weather lately here in the Bay Area, it has been cold and dry and not my cup of tea. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place this all over my face. And a lot of the products that I'm going to be using are things that I've had before. I love using drugstore makeup. I don't have anything against it. That's actually how I used to do my makeup before, until I started, really getting into makeup and, buying high-end things here and there. But even then, I do like affordable makeup, like Makeup Geek or Morphe. I love Morphe. Next, what I'm going to be taking is this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser by Maybelline. And sorry about my nails, I haven't kept up with anything lately. These last days off have been amazing. Like, you guys have no idea. I work too much. I was actually working during these last few days, but not as much as I usually do. Anyway, so I'm going to be taking this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm going to be taking just a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm just going to take this in my nose and cheek area because that's where all my pores are, and that's where I have most problems with my pores. And after I rub it in, I'm just going to be tapping it in just to make sure that everything is getting in there. And then whatever's left over, I'm taking it in my T-zone, just in case. We are primed and ready to jump into the makeup. Now, I have had multiple breakouts. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just like my skin is so dry. I've been moisturizing like crazy, and maybe it's like been too much moisture. I really don't know what to tell you. So I don't know what happened to my green, it's like, it was a color correcting stick. I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I threw it out a while ago because I didn't use it for so long. But if you ever want to cancel out any redness, just go ahead and use a green concealer. That's really going to help cancel out the redness. And then you place a skin tone concealer over it to help blend it out, and then your foundation, and that's going to help with taking away any red spots on your face. what I'm going to do is actually just go into this really thick concealer. This is the Glamouflage concealer by Hard Candy. I got this at Walmart, actually. I don't really use it in my under eyes because it's way too heavy, but to conceal whatever I have going on here, this is what I'm going to be using. So, oops, it's really watery because I haven't used it in a while. And I'm going to just mix it a little bit and apply it where I need it. And it is really light, but I'm going to put foundation over it anyways, so it should not be a problem afterwards. I like really broke out. I'm really not sure what's going on, but my skin's not feeling it. And you know what? Since we're here, I'm just going to take a little bit under my eye. Just because my dark circles right now are not popping. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend this out a little bit with the same brush, because then what I'm going to be doing is just going in with my beauty blender anyways and buffing it out. It looks crazy right now, but trust me, it's going to help. Okay, so I basically concealed my whole face because my whole face is a problem right now. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender. This is just a beauty sponge from BH Cosmetics. It's not drugstore, but it's affordable. This is actually what I've been gravitating towards besides my beauty blender. And first going in the under eye area. And it's really light, but like I said, we're gonna go over it with foundation anyways. So now I am super excited because I'm taking my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I have not used this, I would say, for maybe 5 years now. This used to be the only foundation I would ever use. But what I hated about it was that it transferred so easily. Like when I gave people hugs, it would get onto their clothes and stuff, and it was so embarrassing. But thank goodness for translucent powder and setting powder and me actually like coming to terms with how to use these things, because now I know how to not let it transfer. So I'm just going to be shaking it up like this with my middle finger, and whatever comes onto my middle finger, I'm just dotting on my face. And you guys seriously have no idea how happy I am to be using this foundation, because it used to be my all-time favorite. And I saw it when I went to Target, and I was like, okay, I know I want to film a drugstore foundation routine or a drugstore makeup routine, but I didn't really feel like using my L'Oreal Infallible because it's really matte, and since my skin's been so dry, I just have not been wanting to use it at all. And I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved it. So once it's all on the face, I'm just going to buff it all out with my beauty blender. And I got the same shade that I used to get before, because I had no idea what shade I would be now. And it's obviously not the same thing. So that's okay, we're gonna make it work. I'm wearing a sweater anyway, so no big deal. But I absolutely love the coverage and the finish of this foundation. I'm just so happy that I'm going to be able to use this again. And I'm also just going to take this on my eyelids as well, just to kind of start prepping them for shadow. Take that over my lips a little bit. My brother, even though he's downstairs, Diana's on her way. Cool. I'm so excited. So we're actually gonna go eat at Soul. It's a Puerto Rican restaurant. And to set everything, I'm gonna go ahead and take the True Match powder foundation, and it's in the same shade as the liquid foundation. And I'm just gonna take a really round Real Techniques fluffy brush. This actually does not have a name on it. Any like fluffy brush will do just fine. And tap off the excess, and I'm just going to press this powder into my face and set wherever the foundation is. But like I was saying, we're going to this Puerto Rican restaurant in San Rafael. It is so good. If any of you are from like around the Bay Area, San Rafael area, or even just, I would drive maybe an hour at the most to eat at this place. If you're anywhere like between 30 minutes to an hour away from this place, it's called Soul Food Puerto Rican Cuisine. You need to go. It's amazing. What I always get is the ponche. That's a drink. Oh my god, so good. And tostones con queso. And that's just like, it's like, how do you say plátanos? It's not bananas, it's plantains. And they're like round, and you add cheese on top with the sauce that they have on all the tables. Oh my gosh, so good. I like to add tomatoes on mine too, but that costs extra. I just like to eat, obviously. But yeah, it's really, really good. Make sure you take this pressed powder on the neck too if you apply foundation there. And even if you didn't, it's good to just take this on the neck anyways to make sure that everything blends well together. So now what I want to move on to is, gosh, Diana's on her way. That means she's like 20 minutes away. It's okay. Now what I'm going to move on to is my brows. For this, I'm going to take the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Auburn. No, just kidding, Ash Brown. I'm going to go ahead and do this on camera. I don't know if I ever do it off or on or what. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to do it on camera this time. So I recently tweezed my eyebrows. They always usually look good the first time I tweeze them after I get them threaded, because I get my brows threaded. I will not be able to do this a second time though, because after the second time it needs reshaping and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill them in lightly because I don't want to do too much. This brow used to be the one I hated, and now I love this brow more than this one. This one is like the devil child. I can't even deal with it. It's so annoying. Like this one, it has a tail. This has no tail really. It doesn't want to grow. It grows inside. My hairs don't go up. Like, it's just a mess. So this one I always take a little bit more time. I do draw some hairs right here because that's where it should start. And it doesn't have like a point up here, so I try and draw little hairs up here to make it kind of even with the other ones. And then I like to just draw a tip off this to match with the other side. My brows are not as high maintenance as other people's just because I naturally have really thick hairs, so they stand out more. They're really dark, so I don't really have to worry about it, which I'm thankful for. But at the same time, when they're giving me a really hard time, I can't do anything about it. Like you just have to see my brows that way. And in that aspect it sucks, but other than that, I'm very happy with my brows and the way that they are. Okay, so now that the brows are done, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm actually gonna do my highlighting now, because while I'm baking, that's when I like to do my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Light. It's the number 10, and what I'm going to do is just take this underneath the eyes and highlight there. And I like, with this concealer, I like working in sections because it creases on me just a little bit faster than other concealers do, which I don't mind. I don't mind working in sections. I do mind that it creases. And you know what? I'm actually not going to work in sections because the excess from all that is going to be enough for me to get everywhere else that I want to highlight. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Maybelline Age Rewind. This is usually the dark circle, no it's not, yeah, dark circle eraser, but since it's a little bit lighter, I like taking this at the very tops of my cheekbones and kind of like pre-highlighting, you know, and I'm just going to blend all that out and bring it in my eye area as well. And if there's too much, like right here, there's too much, I want to buff it out, I'm gonna go ahead and flip it to the other bigger side where I applied my foundation with, and I like to buff all that out. Cool, so now I'm just going to tap under the eyes. What I like to do, I like to put my head down and look up instead of just looking up in general. So I feel like I don't know where I'm gonna bring anything. And grab some powder. I'm using the Air Spun translucent powder for this, and I got this at Walgreens. And apply it where you applied the highlighter. And you're gonna bake. Now, I usually put a line up here whenever I make too many facial expressions, so what I like to do is just apply the translucent powder wherever that line goes so that it doesn't crease my foundation. My smile lines as well, because that creases a lot. This area in the nose, because I get very oily in there. A little bit down the nose. We're gonna let that bake, meaning we're just gonna let it sit there for a while we move on to other things. So now, what I'm gonna do is take my NYX eyeshadow base. This is in the shade 03. and it's just a skin tone shade. Whoops, that fell. That's okay. It's just a skin tone shade, and I'm taking this Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I don't like to use this for my crease. I like using this for the eyeshadow base because it really buffs everything out and applies it quickly and evenly. Then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take some of the same translucent powder and just set all this, and at the same time wiping it all away because we don't want to bake that, we just want to set it. And what that's going to do when you're setting it, you're just going to make it easier to blend out any other eyeshadows that you're going to be using. Since they are powders, it's going to blend much easier. So what I'm going to be using today is the e.l.f. What is this? The Beauty Encyclopedia Neutrals Edition. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Just neutrals. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this Morphe E13 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and take this light shade right here, and I'm going to apply this all over the eye, including underneath the brow bone, and that's also going to act as our brow bone highlight color. It's not skin tone, it's actually lighter than skin tone, but it's just very natural looking. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a Sigma E40, and I'm going to go into this caramelish color right here, and that's going to act as our transition shade, and that's going to go right above this crease area. So the reason why I like keeping the powder down here while it's baking is because any fallout it's going to catch, and I'm going to brush it all away anyways. So that's a really cool, neat trick in case you're wondering how to get all that off. So once I started filming this, I wasn't really sure what direction I wanted to go in, whether I wanted it dramatic or subtle. And I still don't really even know if do I want like an everyday look, or do I want like a dramatic, like going out on the weekend kind of look. I think I'm gonna do dramatic-ish. So what I'm going to do is go in with this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade 617, which is Iced Mocha. And I'm going to place this color, I'm going to show you how it looks like. It's like this icy mocha color. And it's really pretty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put this all over the lid area. I like looking straight ahead to see where my crease is going to end because I don't really want to take it any higher than that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take this Eco Tools, and this is the smudge side of this dual-ended brush. It's a blend and a smudge. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and blend this out with that flat side. And I'm going to go ahead and take a mixture of this color right here and a little bit of this color. Oops. And with the same side of the brush, tap off any excess and put it right onto where I just applied that iced mocha. And this is just going to help bring out the color. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead with that same Sigma E40 we use, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out this color a little bit more. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe M506. It's a very precise, thin blending brush. And let's see. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and take, I think, this shadow right here. And I'm gonna put that in between this lid color and that transition shade and really work it into my crease. Tap off any excess and start working it. What I'm doing now is I'm actually going to go ahead and start taking the same shade, but I'm also going to add a little bit of this darker shade and work that more into the outer part of my crease. And then again, going in with my Sigma E40 and just blending all that out. I'm gonna go ahead and take, where is it? My NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Black Bean, and I'm gonna just put it very lightly into that outer V area. And then to help blend it out, I'm going to pick up that black shadow and then blend it out. And just creating a smoky eye, I guess. I really had no idea how this was going to turn out, but I'm actually very happy with how it's working out. And then I'm going to take, again, that Sigma E40 brush and just blend this out. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Morphe E18 brush and I'm going to dip into this frosty peachy white shade, and I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corners. And you can't really see it, you can see it a little there, but it's showing up actually quite nicely. So now what I'm going to do is take this BH sculpting brush. It looks like a contour angled brush, and I'm just going to wipe away the translucent powder that was baking. It's going to leave it really smooth and highlighted and clean. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to contour / bronze up the face, and I'm going to take this Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder in Mocha with a Real Techniques dual fiber face brush, and I'm just going to swirl it in there, tap off any excess, and go ahead and bronze up slash contour the face. I don't have any drugstore contour shades, but I know that a good palette would be the NYX contour palette. That looks really good. I do have a Morphe one, which is affordable, but since this is drugstore only, I didn't want to include that in here because then it's not drugstore. It's not something you can find at the drugstore, you know what I mean? And what I'm gonna do after I'm done, what I'm gonna do is now I'm going to take again some of that translucent powder. I'm gonna clean this part up so that it looks more like contour and it looks more defined. So I'm just going to place the powder right there, that it looks more defined and more put together. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is take my NYC liquid liner and do my eyeliner. And I've created a small wing because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a glitter liner as well. And this is the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner, and this is in the shade Crystal Silk. And I'm putting this above the black liner. Okay, I don't know if, oh yeah, you guys can see it. Well, at least I'm seeing it. I'm gonna go ahead and take that same angled brush and just dust this powder away. And then I'm gonna go ahead in with this L'Oreal True Match blush. This is in the shade Innocent Flush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and heavily coat this because this color doesn't really show up on my skin, but I really like it once it's packed on. And once packed on, it really does give you that flushy tone. And it's so pretty. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes and I'm gonna coat them with some Duo lash glue. For my lips, I'm gonna be taking the Jordana lip liner in Pink Love, and I said that weird, in Pink Love, and it's this really pretty pink color. I'm gonna fill these in a little bit, and then I'm taking this this Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Just Peachy 903C. And I haven't done a really glossy lip, maybe at all, on my channel, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this NYX Mega Shine lip gloss, and this is in the shade Beige. Now my lashes should be ready. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this reddish brick color and a little bit of this brown, And I'm gonna take this on the lower lash line to bring this look together a little bit. And then I'm gonna go into my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and line and apply this to my bottom lashes, and also run a little bit on my natural lashes to make them adhere a little bit more to the falsies. And the look is done. This is the final look. I'm pretty happy with how it came out, actually. I did not expect this. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Please subscribe if you aren't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.